This is my homemade horizontal boring machine. A horizontal boring machine is sort of like a drill press, except that the drill drills in horizontally. With this machine, I actually have the drill head is fixed, and to drill a hole, I move my workpiece onto the drill by moving this table here. The machine is kind of based on a lucky find. I found this mill drill table. It's a very obsolete pre-CNC kind of thing at a surplus sale, and it moves in X and Y on nice linear bearings down here. And that allowed me to build this machine. I'd previously built the horizontal mortising machine out of it, but since I built my multi-slot mortising machine, I wasn't really using it for that very much anymore, so I decided to recycle the drill table for something else. The other cool item that I used for this machine, which I really don't know where you could get one, is this drill head. It's a drill chuck with a bearing block, and it doesn't plunge or anything, it's just fixed. But it moves up and down in my machine with this crank, so I can move it up like just by cranking on here. And then lock the position by turning this lock knob here, and that fixes it in place. It's powered with a pulley on the back. I had to extend this shaft to bring it out far enough here, and then just onto here an old 1/4 horsepower motor, which seems to be quite strong enough, and I have multiple speeds that I can use. I have to move the motor to change the speed though, so if I loosen this knob way up, I can now take that motor and move it. And now let's move the pulley, and there we go. Now we're on a different speed. The motor itself slides back and forth on these slots here, and there's one ridge in the base, and that keeps it parallel. And then to tighten the belt, I just move the motor side to side. And once I've moved my motor in place, all I have to do is just tighten this knob, and it's fixed. I can control my depth of cut by setting this stop here, so that the table hits it when it moves too far forward, and I can use that to control how deep I'm going to drill. A cool thing about a horizontal boring machine is that it's much more rigid than a conventional drill press. So this allows me to actually drill a hole here where the drill is actually only partially in the wood, and it'll still work. I've got the piece of wood clamped down with this hole down here, and this provides a backstop, and then for repeatable operations I have a side stop here. So if I needed to drill a lot of holes like this, I just jig it up once and then make a whole bunch of holes. So let's drill that hole. And you can see there, just cut partially in there and no problem, no fuss. Another thing that you can do with a horizontal boring machine is to use it as a slot mortising machine by just moving the table side to side. To control the travel, I have these knobs which control these slider things down here, which allow me to set how far the table can slide back and forth. So let's cut that mortise. So here's the mortise, not quite as clean as what I can do with my stop mortiser, but good enough for most of the time. Another thing I can do with this machine is to drill some holes in the end of some really long stock. So I'm going to drill a series of precisely spaced holes in the end here for doing a multiple dowel joint. And the way I control the spacing is I have this bar of notches, which I can put different bars in for different spacings. And I moved the table around, and I put this alignment pin into one of the notches to line it up. And then I locked the side-to-side motion. I've got a little lever for locking that, and then just drilled a hole, and then on to the next position. So let me show that. So now using some pre-compressed hardwood dowels, I'll put these in the holes and combine that with the other part. That makes for a very precise fit, and that, if I glued that together, would make for a very strong joint, almost as strong as a mortise and tenon joint.